Good morning, guys. Hopefully the videos from yesterday helped you out with the lesson. As I said, these lessons can be a little bit difficult, so hopefully I'm able to kind of walk you through, give you some tips and strategies that I use to solve all these, and hopefully you guys are hanging in there. If you feel like the math is getting too stressful, too overwhelming, take a break, try your best. As I said yesterday, kind of reach out to someone if you can, maybe through Schoology, or if you know the phone number, see if they can maybe help you out as well. Give you a good chance to kind of socialize too. Don't get too stressed over. If you can figure something out, try your best. We want to just see that you made the attempt. That's the most important part, that you're doing some work, and that's, we'll kind of see where it goes from there. The lesson for today, I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to split into two videos. So let's get to work here. Number one, it says Miss Luca designs a water ride for a theme park, and then they give you a coordinate grid. So a coordinate grid is a graph that there are two lines that meet. There's an x-axis and a y-axis, and they meet at the origin point 0, 0. The x-axis goes horizontal, and it talks about how far away from the origin, either right or to the left. Since we only have whole numbers, positive numbers, we're only going to the right. So we're looking here at the range is 0 to 100. And the interval, if you look, every line is 10. So it goes from 0 to 100, and every line is 10. So you have 0, 10, 20, all the way to 100. And then the height, you have the same thing. It starts at 0 and it goes up to 100. Again, that's the y-axis. It says, what are the coordinates of the start and end of the ride? So coordinates, you have x and y coordinates. Now, the x coordinate comes first. So you need to look at the start of the ride. If you look all the way, it's 90 to the right and 100 up. So the coordinate would be 90, 100. You're always going to go x and then y. Again, think of it like a plane. You go over before you go up. Unless it's a 0 x coordinate, then you just go up. But you're always going to go up, then over, and then up. So then, again, looking at the end, how many over did you go and how many up did you go to find the coordinate for the end of the ride. Then it says, Miss Luca decides to place a waterfall 50 feet to the right and 30 feet below the spray fountain. So you look at the spray fountain. The spray fountain is at 20 x, 80 y. So you find that point. Then you're going to go 50 right. So you're moving 5 lines over to the right, and then go 30 feet down, so 3 down, and then you're going to plot your point there, and this is what ordered pair describes the location. So what ordered pair did you plot for the waterfall? Then C says to plot and label the location of the waterfall on the coordinate grid. So that was number one. Number two says, once the water ride is built, Miss Luca begins safety tests. For every 10 tests she runs, Miss Luca finds and fixes 15 safety errors. Fill in the missing numbers in the table. So the test runs, you see, it goes in order 10, 20, 30. What would the next two be? And then the errors fixed is 15, 30. And then again, you're just continuing that pattern there to fill in the next 3. A says, what rule could you write that relates test runs to errors? So try to figure out a rule. How could you get from 10 to 15, 2 to 30, 30 to 45? What rule could you use? Can you multiply? What could you multiply? What could you multiply 10 by to get 15? What could you multiply 20 by to get 30? So think of it like that. Then it says to graph Miss Luca's data. So once you get that graph, once you get the numbers for that chart there, then you need to try to figure out the graph that Miss Luca's data could have there. So look back at the coordinate grid for the water rush for number 1, and you're building something similar to that, and you're plotting the points there. C says to estimate the number of errors Miss Luca could expect to find and fix if she runs 33 tests. So 33 test runs. So if you plotted those points, already from the first one, 33 would be in between 30 and 40. So you would go to that point, you would go there on the bottom, and then you go up and see where it would hit and just see about how many it would be. Again, kind of think about that rule for A, and you could kind of figure out that same thing to figure out how many errors that she's going to find there. Again, like I said, try your best, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to stop there, and we'll pick up in the next video.